Okay, there we are. We are live. Let's make sure everything is working right and good. So we're starting about 15 minutes early. Okay. Alright, Shiny is good to go. Gonna be starting it like that thing. But alright. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? We did not have technical difficulties with the thing starting. I realized too late that, I accidentally scheduled the time for 1:15, not 1:45. And yeah, that happened. So, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing well. I know that I am doing okay. Let's go to thing. Let's just make sure Shiny is live. Let's see. There we go. Guys live. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, so okay, so it's starting. Okay. Shiny thing is starting. Up. Let's go. Boxes. Let's go swap out our things. Oh. I have that many eggs. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's go. And, let's hop on the bike. Alright, so, plan for today is hopefully one of us is going to win this. My hope is that I end up winning this, but I'm not likely going to win because that's just how bad my luck is. My luck is absolutely garbage. And, yeah, but how's everyone doing today? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Really, why is, okay, the thing is, really, it's not apparent. Okay. That's weird. Let me tell you. Links in the titles and descriptions aren't working. Okay, so there's something going on with the blue links. That's strange. That is... I need to fix that then, if that's happening. That's weird. Why is... Okay, well there we go. Okay, so first egg. I have 5 eggs here, so I'll just update this to 40 when it goes through, but that's weird. Yep, that's why, because I have batch hatching of eggs right now, so that way that's gonna work. Why is the blue link not working? Go. There we go. There we go. That should work now. That is working now. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I am fully anticipating things are gonna end up bad for me just because that's how bad my luck is. And he's also presently ahead of me in terms of encounters. He's about, what, like 10 encounters ahead of me? But yeah, that's, yeah, we're gonna lose it. I'm not seeing it. You know, our blue links aren't working. That's weird. That's weird that the blue links aren't working. That's odd. Then again, this is just YouTube's computer things not working right. But how's everyone doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. I know I am. Okay, there we go. That whole batch is done. Let's swap things out. So I mean, I guess it is technical difficulties if things aren't working. Alright, go swap out. Hey, you all go here. You go here, and you come here for me. There we go. This, there, and this. There we go. There we go. But how's everyone doing today? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing okay. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hope you guys are doing well. In the title, there is an @ thing with the name that links to the channel. It's not working on ends. On our ends, so the viewers can't reach the other's channel. Yeah, the blue, for those who don't know, there's a blue link. Hey, slow Arigus? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Slow Arigus. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Why did I take the thing back? Why did I take them back? Screw up. Okay. Go back in the PC. Hey, done. Thank you. Thank you, though. Slowarigus. Thank you. No. Okay, we gotta get back on. There we go. He's going. Slowpoke and covers. Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. I was never a big like fusions guy, but interesting. They're very interesting seeing like all the fusions that people make, and I can respect like the creativity of them. But yeah, it's interesting. Interesting. But how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? Because I'm doing well. Because I'm doing okay. What is like... we don't really have a light goal, Slow. We don't really do light goals here. It's... I don't know, it's something I'm not really too big on with light goals. It's... I mean, everyone has their own different things, but I've never been like a big light goal person, just because whenever we've done things like something goal for a channel, people end up making fake accounts to inflate the number, and that ends up overall negatively affecting the channel, which is one of the reasons I don't do that. Because it has negatively had things happen with it, and, yeah, I don't like when people go and they just make bot accounts to do that. You know, that's... What? Why did it not put them back in? Why did it not put either of them back in? Yes. 1,000. Yes. Thank you. Okay, things are very much going to chaos. Things are very much going into, disorder. Okay, let's go. Okay, thank you, thanks, Lo. Oh. Okay, then. That, okay. Alright, so we'll just take this up by 1. And let's go swap out the egg for a different egg. I might have had that one at the end of last stream, which is probably why I have that there. That would make sense. That would make sense if that was the case of that. But, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, let's go collect the thing. There you go, collect the egg, deposit it right in the thing. Yep, thing. No, I'm not gonna take them back. Alright. There we go. Eggs are hatching. Alright, wait, I forgot to take the thing up. So that takes up to 6, and then we'll go through another thing. Sure, we'll take the egg. We will take the egg. Yeah. There you go. Yep, there we go. Yeah, we'll just go up thing by 5 after this. So, yes. I'm gonna go get some more water after this thing. Alright, so we take this up by 5. I need to remember that there is one just extraneous errant Pokemon that I need to go get a thing from. So that way we can just take the thing up by 5 each time, so we'll always get like 1 or 6 at the end. Okay. That works. That's good. Okay, thank you, Slope. There you go. Okay. But how is everyone today? How is everyone? Hope you guys are doing well, because I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Not sure if we're gonna do another stream later today. Might, depending. We might end up doing another stream later. But the thing mostly is, like, I need to figure out, okay, I need to go record a lot of other stuff. Because that's mostly the main issue with doing, like, 2 streams a day, is I also need to go and record stuff, which I can't always do. You know, on the same day as I do 2 streams. That's, like, one of the big issues with doing a double stream day. Because you gotta remember, okay, it's not just, like, streaming, it is the recording, the editing, and everything like that. So it takes a decent bit out of you. But there's a lot of stuff with that. I also got some other stuff to work on with other things, getting some pixel measurements for various series. Even like the more, like, relaxed series, like the Mystery Dungeon ones, you know, those don't really tire you out all that much. It's still, like, the amount of time doing, which, you know, takes away from, like, the recording stuff on other things, which is, there's a lot of stuff goes into it. I'm glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing well, Slow. Do a couple of figure eights. Hello there, Zelda Instant Gaming. Welcome in. Pleasure to have you here. We do a fair number of Zelda games here on the channel. We've been playing them blind, actually. Because I actually haven't really played that many of them, and I'm very much enjoying them. But, how are you doing? I completely forgot to take this thing up to 51. There we go. 151. Same number as Mew in the Pokedex. I have very specific Pokedex numbers memorized. There we go. 52. Chikorita, number of eggs hatched. Once it gets past, like, the stars, like, I don't remember what the numbers are for, like, Gen 2. Nope. That's not a shiny. I want a shiny blue ball. I want it to be green. I would like a green little bouncing ball. But pleasure to meet you. Are you new here, Zelda? I don't think I've seen you before. I'm waiting for me to just get a shiny and just completely miss it. Like what happened with Tyrant, where I was just looking away and oh yeah, there's Tyrant. Okay, I just completely missed it existed. Okay, so the box is thing's full. Okay, let's go to wrong buttons. That's like the one issue of playing so many different games, is the menu buttons I end up mixing up. Like I mix up the menu button for this with the menu button for Breath of the Wild, with Legends, with the menu button in some of the emulator games. because I custom map the buttons for those, which at times can throw me off. There we go. Nope, not a shiny. Sadly. Sadly, it is not shiny. Yet, it will eventually be a shiny. Eventually, we will get a shiny Azurill. Eventually, we will get a shiny Azurill. But yeah. There we go. Let's just keep collecting our eggs. This is gonna go into the party. Okay. Let's see. How many? We have one. Okay, so we have one of them right now. Let's go. There we go. 6. Okay, now you have 2. We can deposit in the PC. It's very strange having eggs that don't hatch at, like, I get 5 within the time it takes to hatch, because Azurill has a very, very, very low number of egg steps to hatch. So it just ends up, I don't have, like, my batch hatch method, which is kind of throwing me off. Because I'm used to hatching in batches of, okay, 5 eggs, hatch, 5 eggs, hatch, 5 eggs, hatch. And going this sort of one at a time thing, it really throws me off my mojo. I'm like, oh, right, I have to go do this. I need to go, like, routinely go and do this thing. It's not automatic. And not really automatic, but more so, quick, shortcut, that's what I'm thinking of. There's, all kinds of stuff with that. And then, you know, this thing just stopping you on occasion. Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to not winning this. I'm looking forward to not winning this hunt. Alright. If you guys are new also, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. 8. Yep. Let's see, is this one gonna be the one that doesn't sparkle? Is this gonna be the one that doesn't sparkle? Yep, it doesn't sparkle. It's how they always work. That is how they always work. They don't sparkle. I am fully anticipating that this is gonna end up like Ho-Oh, where we go massively over odds. At least for me, because I know when Shiny eventually wins this race. I'm gonna continue this one off stream. I'm not off stream, like off collab and just doing it on my own. And I am fully anticipating this is gonna go into like triple odds. Probably not gonna be as bad as Ho-Oh, which is just past quadruple odds. But I'm fully anticipating it's gonna be pretty bad like that, where it just goes into suffering and pain. Then again, Mudkip feeds on my suffering, so I mean, my mod's always well fed and well situated with things. Well situated. But yeah. But yeah. Let's go. Let's get our Alright. 6D. Let's go. Go. There we go. All right, let's go get another egg. Nope, not another one. That's the only thing that I need to still get my timing down for is, okay, this egg, number of steps equals number of, like, loops. Because that's generally how I measured, like, distance with a lot of the other games. When it came to eggs was, okay, if I go here and then do this, you know, for this many, like, loops, it brings me to getting the roll. For those who don't know how eggs work, with generating an egg, it is every 252, it's either 152 or 252, I think it's more 152 steps, you take. It generates the egg. I'm not sure what you mean, Zelda. I don't know what you mean. Let's see, let's swap out. 2 of these go here. You go there. There you go. Go. Take the egg back from the thing. So yeah, so it's 100. I think it's 152 steps. It generates the egg, and I still have yet to figure out. Okay, how many loops equals that? I have still yet to figure out how many steps do that. Because that's like the main thing. That is like the main thing. Hey JJ, how you doing? So you've been playing like Duel Links lately? I have been somewhat thinking of playing Duel Links at some point. Not Masuda though. How do you have something? The reason why is I know how to get them quickly. I have the Oval Charm, which means that the game will roll. It gives you a higher chance of getting an egg from the thing. And then I also know how to hatch them very quickly. Basically, it's a combination of knowing how to optimize everything, which is something that we do here on the channel because I play a lot of competitive. And I've just learned how to optimize things over time to get the quickest way of doing things. And it's a couple of that. I can actually tell you a little bit more, Zelda, off stream if you have a Discord, which is linked in the description below. If you want to join that, I can give a little bit of tips on stuff like that. But yeah, the Oval Charm paired up with the Pokemon I am using to get the eggs is a Azurill I have and a Ditto from another trainer. The way that the trainer things work is more if you have two Pokemon of a different species but same egg group from the same trainer, the odds of having an egg every 152 steps is like 20%. If you have them from different trainers, it's I think like 30 or 40. If it is the same species of Pokemon from the same trainer, it's like 60. If it is two different species, same egg group, it is like an 80% chance, and then I think like Ditto, I think like 90. And I think with the Oval Charm, it boosts it into it would be like 100% chance to get an egg every such and such steps. But yeah, it's there's all kinds of just very, very complicated idiosyncrasies about the games for how all these mechanics work. It's one of the reasons why people joke that Pokemon it's like rocket science. There are all these little mechanics that play in between each other to get things to come out. Like if you look at the capture formula for this is the odds of you getting an egg from a this is the odds of you catching a Pokemon. It has like, okay, it's a formula that deals with Pokeball modifier, HP, status condition, and all these just gigantic numbers that just get crunched together to come up with the statistics. It's just like there is so much math that is involved in Pokemon. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what the like the current not Zelda current Yu-Gi-Oh. What's the current like new Yu-Gi-Oh game? Is it Duel Masters? Is that what it is? I'm not at all up to date on my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. The last time I ever bought anything Yu-Gi-Oh related was probably like a decade and a half ago. Probably when I was like 8 or 9. Jeez, that's a long time ago. I feel so old. I feel so old thinking, wow, I remember when I was like 10 years old and playing Yu-Gi-Oh with my friends in elementary school. I feel so old now. Time goes by fast. Time goes by fast. Time, you don't realize how quickly things pass by. You don't realize that. I have you go here. I wish I could keep it selected on permanently multi-purpose when I come in. I wish I could have it permanently selected on. I need to remember to press X, R, Y. X, R, Y. There we go. Gonna speedrun this shiny hunt. That's the point of a shiny race. Speedrunning the shiny race. We're still gonna lose, though. We are very, very much going to end up losing. Mostly because I just know how that's going to work. I just know that that is exactly... Oh, 8. There we go. Here we go. Yes. Nope, it's not shiny. Because shinies don't exist for me. Shinies do not exist when it comes to me. Again, I point to the shiny Ho-Oh. That is... I'm like... This is the thing about the shiny Ho-Oh hunt. I would not say Azurill is underrated, Drogain. It is a legitimate force of terror when it comes to competitive play. It is a legitimately horrifying Pokemon when it comes to just competitive play because of how strong it can be with pure power. Yeah, no, huge power. Pure power is what Medicham has. Because if you calculate out the true stat of what Azumarill's attack would be with, huge power doubling it comes out to having an attack stat that is the same as Groudon. Yes, Azumarill can punch you just as hard as Groudon can. If that doesn't terrify you, that this little happy-go-lucky bouncing water rabbit can punch you as hard as the thing that made the continents. Hey, Rabbit, how you doing? Also, again, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream and check out Shiny's channel. Link is actually in the title. Click on the blue link, and that will take you over to his side of things. It'll take you over to his channel. So don't forget to drop a like and subscribe over to him. But yeah, I am, that's one of the issues with playing a lot of competitive, is you sort of think about the game in a much more numbers way, that it basically breaks Pokemon down into, you are just numbers at this point. Egg hunting with an egg, with a paradox. Yep. I mean, that's Togepi. That's basically hunting Togepi. That's hunting with Togepi. I love it. Which Masuda Hunt Togepi is going to be something we're gonna do. Masuda Togepi is one of our future hunts. I have a list of, with the Tyrant finish, 80 hunts for Pokemon that we are slowly working our way through. Originally, it was 87 when I made it. Yes, I have a list of these many Pokemon which are going to be hunting. The exact list, you guys don't know yet. The exact order of the list, mainly because the exact order of the list is going to change. It depends on, okay, we get our Dynamax. Oh, shiny. Okay, that changes for that thing. But, yeah, I love it. But, how's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We are just slowly losing this shiny race to Shiny. Because I'm watching his stream at the moment, he's already at 84 eggs, whereas I am 184 eggs. I'm at 172 eggs, so he definitely has a much, much more efficient way of getting the eggs than I do. And I think that's my main problem, is just the efficiency of gathering eggs to emptying the thing is just a lot less efficient, so they are getting them much more quickly than I am. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's the way that things go. Most time go right out the window. Hold on, you didn't even know we're wasting it all just to watch you go. Sorry, I enjoy a healthy amount of Linkin Park. I enjoy a healthy amount of Linkin Park. But yeah. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so we had what, 2 eggs in the thing. So we have 2 more slots. I'm gonna just pick the 3rd. Okay. I mean, I can go check right now where our party's at for this. Go. 4. I'm looking forward to losing. I'm looking forward to losing this hunt, because that's just how things go. That's just exactly how things go when it comes to shiny hunting. Is I end up losing. Yeah, egg. Okay, so I think this is going to go into the party, because I have one more slot now. Yeah, in the party. I have one more slot, I think, in the party. Then I can go dump the eggs I have in here and just dump them in the PC. I'm not looking forward to having to go into Pokemon Home and just mass releasing everything. Because that's what I do if I'm not streaming. Because that's what I'm doing right now in Let's Go. Because I am making... Oh. Okay, so I miscounted then. Because I've presently been doing the Master Trainer preparations, which is just basically me going around the entire region of Kanto catching a whole bunch of Chansey and a whole bunch of Pokemon that give Mighty Candies, Tough Candies, Courage Candy, Smart Candy, and Speed Candy, and HP Candy. Well, I mean, you already get HP Candy from Chansey as is, so you don't need to go grind for HP Candies because you just get them from Chansey as is. And going through periodically and just releasing everything while sending them to the professor in Let's Go is just... that is the most tedious thing in the world. But it's all going to be worth it because I have plans for the Master Trainers. You know, I have a lot of very, very unconventional Master Trainer strategies. Granted, in a number of the cases, it's literally just use OHKO moves. Because I think in the situations where you can use a one-hit KO move against the Master Trainers, that's just the best idea. You know, there is no need to go through this whole, like, substitute toxic stall strategy. Okay, you could just, okay, load up the thing. Doesn't work? Okay, restart the game. Because it doesn't penalize you for fighting a Master Trainer multiple times. You know, it's not like, okay, as you fight them, the levels go up or something like that, because there's a finite cap, it stays at the same level. And if you use a Pokemon with a one-hit KO move, the accuracy of that one-hit KO move is actually dependent on your level. So if you have a level, like, 99 Rhydon, or level 99 Rhyhorn, that knows Horn Drill, and they're using a level 65 one, well, you're at, like, a 55% chance of nailing them with a Horn Drill. Which is why I just use one-hit KO moves when it comes to the Master Trainers. I don't have anything I'm doing for Halloween. I don't really do Halloween stuff. I mostly just help my mom hand out candy. I don't really go out trick-or-treating, and even in the past couple of years, we haven't gotten that many people that come trick-or-treating, especially with, you know, the whole lockdown thing. And after the, like, neighborhood put a thing, oh, we'll put our... We set up, like, a table at the foot of the driveway, and I'm like, I'm not sitting out all night on an uncomfortable chair because people don't want to walk up the driveway. I'm not going to do that. And I've noticed just in my neighborhood over the last 3 years, the last 2 years, the Halloween has just been declining. And, you know, we don't really put up decorations, mostly because it just... You know, we only put up decorations, we don't, you know, go out for anything, we just... It's just a regular day for us. You know, it's a regular day where, you know, kids come to the door. I mean, it's a good day for my dog, because, you know, she always loves, you know, seeing all the, the kids. My dog is a sweetheart. She loves seeing all the new faces of people, you know, coming to the door, you know, trick or treat. She loves that. But it's also kind of annoying when I'm trying to stream and record during that, you know, ding-dong... Bark, 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 bark. 2 minutes later, ding dong, bark, 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 bark. So it does make recording and streaming a little bit hectic. So, I mean, granted, actually, am I even gonna probably be streaming at that time of the day? I mean, I'm probably gonna be Actually, that's an idea. I could shiny hunt Giratina exclusively on Halloween. I could do that. That sounds like a plan. Actually, I'm gonna make... Okay. That's an idea. That's an idea. Should we hunt Giratina on Halloween? There we go. I'm gonna leave that up to you. Should we hunt Giratina on Halloween? Because I actually didn't have anything especially specific planned for it. It was just going to be another stream night, another record night for me. But, I mean, if you guys, you know, want to do something special for it, I love that. Because, I mean, again, I do this stuff for you guys. I always do this stuff for you guys. You guys are the forefront of every decision made for the channel. The only exception to that really was the Metroid series, I guess, where well, I mean, say Ocarina of Time was a personal thing that I needed to end up doing. It was a sign of me moving on from the death of my friend, which that was an important series to do. You know, Legend of the Ocarina of Time and the Sky series were important for that reason. But everything else goes into, it is something I know that you guys will enjoy. Because that was one of the funny things that I was talking with, sort of my channel. Not really manager is the right word, but they collaborate very heavily with me. Like, I guess manager probably is the right word to sort of describe them. Because they do a lot of stuff in the back. Like, they help come up with ideas. They help me design things. They help me, you know, secure the games, the equipment necessary to start recording them. So they help me with a lot of things on the channel. And I told them before the thing, like, this is a channel of Pokemon stuff. People are going to want to see Let's Go. And I said, no one's going to want to see Let's Go. And I said, people are going to want to see Let's Go. And they were legitimately surprised when Let's Go started doing very well. And I'm like, I told you. I know my audience. But thank you guys all for coming in. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe here. As well as go see our friend Shiny Autism. He is also streaming. He is Shiny Racing with us. And I am 90% sure he's going to kick our butt when it comes to getting the Shiny. Because I have only gotten overodds Shinies in the last several months. Last under odds shiny we got was a Mora, which was 8 encounters under odds. Oh, 3 eggs, really? Right, we had, right, we had the 4 eggs that were all in the line right there. That's why we're hatching 4 right now. You know, when I'm not batch hatching eggs like I did with Roggenrola, which also went double odds. Ugh, that was a painful hunt. 4. I am gonna get some water. Why does one be shiny? Oh, look, it's not shiny. Because the shiny doesn't exist! Shinies don't exist for me. They don't exist. Wrong button. I keep pressing Y! I think it's because of Breath of the Wild. I think it's because I'm so used to pressing Y for the menu in BOTW that I keep pressing it in this game. And it's very much getting on my nerves that I can't press menus right. I just want menus to work well for me and not throw me off. I need to standardize all of my menus in games to a very same, like, not like I guess monotonous layout is probably the right word for it, but like a standardized static layout for menu options I need to do so I can just do things without looking and like not even think about it, just speed things up. Then again, you know, speed process is like not always necessary. I don't need to be speedrunning life. I don't need to be speedrunning everything. But yeah, how's everything going with you guys? I'm letting you guys already ask me. We're gonna be streaming Super Mario. Not streaming Super Mario Odyssey. We're gonna be Let's Playing Super Mario Odyssey. We are going to be Let's Playing Metroid Dread and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I still find it hilarious that I set out to play all of the 2D Metroids in like the lead up to Dread, and we never got around to Dread because I just didn't get it on release day. And I'm like, really? I made a massive flub in that whole thing. I completely botched up everything. Granted, there was a lot going on in my personal life at that time, and that was a bit of a dark time. One of the dark times for the channel. So That kind of makes sense. That did make sense. But I mean, it's good to be doing, again, it shows its growth. I mean, that and, I mean, just avoiding spoilers was... Avoiding spoilers actually was not that hard for Tread, now that I think about it. It really wasn't that hard. And I think that's because, like, I mean, Metroid is famous. Metroid is a very, very famous series as far as, Nintendo goes. But as far as, like, major, like, people playing it for content, it's not... It's nowhere near as big as something like Zelda or Mario. Or Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon is... Fun fact about how massive of a series Pokemon is, just franchise-wise. Pokemon is the second most profitable video game franchise in the world. For context, the second most profitable is Mario. A franchise that existed for something like a decade longer than Pokemon, that churns out like 5 to 7 games a year, and Pokemon is second to Mario. It's like, if Mario and Pokemon released at the same time, Pokemon would just be utterly the most dominant series in terms of just profits. It's ridiculous how just Pokemon is. It's gonna be less popular nowadays. Maybe I'm just saying that because my neighborhood doesn't get it for creators. I would agree with you, Rabbit. I think it's just becoming a lot less popular as time's going on, because I don't know, like I think it's like the appeal of it is kind of devolving. I mean, especially like the massive blow that COVID just dealt to it, where it's people don't really want to go out of their house, people want to stay away from people because social distancing, and a mass crowd of like 60, 70 people coming to your door every couple of minutes. It's something that I don't think a lot of people are as enthusiastic about as they were before. And, now it's a lot of people like, I just want to, sit back, relax, and, just enjoy a movie or something like that. I mean, I think that there's a number of factors that are kind of going into the gradual decline of Halloween, which is, I mean, I'd say it's, like, a kind of unfortunate, but also at the same time, I think it's somewhat of a good thing it's kind of declining. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Oh, nice, getting close to all the Vivisaurs in Fossil Fighters Champions. Nice. Actually, topical, speaking of champions, we may be revisiting Fossil Fighters Champions soon, Jays. We may be revisiting Fossil Fighters Champions, which, for those who don't know, I'm a massive fan of Fossil Fighters. It's basically a dinosaur fighting game where you collect dinosaurs and you fight aliens, zombies, rich billionaires, and tribal chief people that just fight dinosaurs. It's awesome, and it is the series that basically launched this channel from being like 100-something into like getting towards the 1K mark, and that was carried by Fossil Fighters. So I have a very big soft spot for Fossil Fighters, and I mean, I also just love dinosaurs. I mean, dinosaurs are awesome. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? Like, that's the other thing to ask. Tanzilla is a uvula. Yep. It is a uvula, honestly. Like, again, that's one of the reasons I freaking love Fossil Fighters, is that it's so tongue-in-cheek. Like, it's a series that is aware of its own stupidity. Like, it's aware of how silly a concept it is. And it's like, yeah, we're just gonna play it completely seriously and make fun of ourselves. It's like, it's such a great series. Like, yes. Yes, you can fight with a T-Rex that can breathe fire, that has an awesome just mohawk, and also you can fight with a tonsil. And a giant uvula. It's like, it's so silly. I love that game. I agree, Rabbit. It doesn't get the love from Nintendo. The thing, though, is there actually is a reason why Metroid has not really received the same love from Nintendo that, like, other franchises have. And this is actually why, if you, like, look into a lot of the, the history of Metroid, why it is you see as time went on, they wanted to, why like they're distancing themselves from, Metroids are the main thing, is that as I'm they wanted, like, we don't want every game to just be, oh, there's Metroids over there, we have to go wipe them out. They wanted to just constantly evolve the series and make it, a much more dynamic series that isn't just, oh, Metroids as a plot device, go kill them over there, because it's like the same game. That's why Metroid Fusion is such a different kind of game, that you're not fighting Metroids, you're fighting the X-Parasites. And that's one of the reasons why it took so long for more Metroid games to really come out, is that they wanted to not make the series just so monotonous. It's like, it's a fascinating thing that, but then you look at, this is from the same, developers, or like, the same, company, that just craps out like a billion Mario games that are all the same. And I'm just like, okay, make up your mind. That's a good question, Jays. It's still going to happen. The thing with the Nuzlocke is that we do need to reschedule those things, because we do have very different schedules, and lining things up has been a bit difficult because he's been working on other projects with other people, and I have been busy with other things, and it's basically just been sort of a bit of a string of when one of us is able to, the other has something going on. So it's, again, we are going to work on it, but he's had a lot of collabs that he's been working on that he doesn't want to work through. The series will continue, though. The series will continue. And if it does turn out eventually that, we do have to sort of, like, end the series, that, I mean, I will still do another series of Fossil Fighters. I freaking love Fossil Fighters. I will do Fossil Fighters games until, like, the end of time. Which also brings me to Frontier. We are going to be continuing Fossil Fighters Frontier. Main thing with that really comes down to, it's a game that I would like to play when I can, like, devote more attention to it and do it more, like, spaced out. And with the Master Trainers for Let's Go right now, I'm already not in an exactly 100% positive mindset because of the Master Trainers in Let's Go. So I think just compounding that with Frontier would not be a good idea. I mean, there's definitely things about Frontier I'm not a fan of. But if I'm a bit annoyed at something like Let's Go at the same time I'm playing this thing, trying to be more fair and more fair to the game, that won't really end up well for the game, which is one of the things that I like to try to do on the channel is, be fair to the game. That, yeah, there are games that have good ideas that just don't implement them well. And that. I did friend luck of Fossil Fighters Champions. His team was Zanga. Oh, Team 4. Lugmus, Spino, Silver Arm, Trima, Silver Arm, Tophus, Silver Head, and Peloro, Silver Arm. Fascinating. I like that. Yeah, kind of keep that kind of language on the down low, Jays. Kind of keep that language on the down low. There's words that trigger the algorithm, and there's words that just trigger the algorithm, which kind of upset things. But yeah, other than that, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be doing more of Fossil Fighters. The only thing is, though, when it comes to Fossil Fighters, is I don't want to be constantly doing Fossil Fighters things. Well, the thing about the Donkey Kong Country series is I know, like, the copyrights for Donkey Kong Country are a bit wonky. Like, this is one of the big issues when it comes to gaming, is there are so many individual copyright holders. I mean, the thing is, not to spoil things, but I do have vague plan ideas for a Champions series like that. I do have vague plans for a series like that, Jay. I have been trawling the depths, so to speak, of other creators, you know, who might this be a good fit for. And there is one person in particular that I think they would be an utterly perfect thing. Hey, Eclipse, how are you doing? Welcome back. Great to see you again. Now with that, we passed 200 eggs. All right, let's keep going with this hunt. Let's keep going with this hunt. Come on, game, give me my shiny little bouncing ball. I'm doing very well, Eclipse. I'm doing quite well. Been doing some salmon run in Splatoon off screen. Got another gold scale from Kohazuna, which is just fantastic, considering I only have 4 of them, and I've been playing Salmon Run for about a month. A little cheesed off at that, but I mean, it's the current weapons are great. 4 starters. I almost always pick. I mentioned this back in I actually answered that question, Jays, back in the first episode of Fossil Fighters Champions. So I'm not gonna give you that answer. If you would like that answer, you gotta go and check out the series. In all seriousness, I always pick the Metrodon for Fossil Fighters Frontier Frontier Champions. A lot of that really just comes down to I've only ever played the game like 3 times, and I used a Metrodon the first time. I picked it again for the second one. So I was like, oh, this thing's pretty good. I like it. And then for the Let's Play series, I picked it again because I already was very, very familiar with Dimetrodon and the way it played. So I decided that I was going to go with Dimetrodon just out of familiarity, which, I mean, I did say in the opening of that series, if I ever do a revisit of Champions, I would pick something different just to experiment. I have heard of, like, that Toba is, like, I would never pick Toba. Toba is the one starter I would never pick. Mostly out of, I know that you get a water element Vivisor in the Tricera at the start of the game. Like, they give you Tricera. And, okay, so they give you Tricera. Well, I'm never going to pick Toba because you get 2 waters. That doesn't really help me that well. I mean, Eros, I'd probably go for Eros, or I don't know I don't know the Earth one. It's like Tisen, it's something that Sensiao. I don't know how you pronounce it. It started that TS wording like tsunami. That's it. Centeo, that's what it's called. I can never remember. I just call it TS thing. I mean, I'd probably pick Eros if I do play it again. I might give it just a try for them to send Centeo. Okay. Centeo. Okay. Yeah, I think it's from Japan is where that, you know, dinosaur was discovered, which is why it has that, you know, TS starter thing, because I just generally associate it with Japan, because I know a couple of words from Japan have that TS, which is the silent T at the start of it. And I think it is. It sounds like it would be something that was found in Japan. Oh, China, really? Okay. I mean, again, this shows my lack of language skills. This shows my lack of understanding of language. It's like, I didn't realize that Octopol was German, calling him OK2. Yeah, language is not one of my strong suits. I'm good with rocks. I'm good with rocks. Is my specialty. So, unlike Jedi, where their specialty is Sith Lords, mine are rocks. Which, fun fact about fossils. Fossils are not bones. They are rocks. Controller. There it is. All right. Yeah, fossils are actually not bones. They're rocks. They are rocks in the shape of a bone because the bone decays. You know, bones are primarily made of calcium and, you know, a couple of other, you know, materials, but that dissolves and decomposes as time goes on. You know, just it's not something that is permanent. It is replaced gradually by rock, by minerals dissolved in the water that are different than the surrounding rock, creating the cast within that space. It's fascinating how it happens, but that's also one of the reasons like it's so difficult. Yeah, they have bones. Yeah, if they were bones, they'd still have carbon-15. It's a rock in the shape of a bone, and it's like there are definitely some. There are definitely, you know, bones that are found that are bones. You know, they're bones. They're not fossils, but they're actual bones because they got carbon in them. But it's that the rock replaces the bone, and it leaves like a mold that a rock just is like put into because just mineralized water enters the cavity. It just leaves behind the minerals in the shape of the bone, and it's fascinating how it works. Rocks are such a fascinating thing. I love it. They are absolutely fascinating. Yeah, Nippon also Nippon, Japan, so everything's fine. Yeah, I remember there were a bunch of Japanese Vivisaurs that, like, they worked very well together. Like, they only had, team skills together. I know one was Miku. F-Raptor was one of them, and I forget the... Futabi, that was the other one. Not F-Raptor. No, it was the one of the raptor name ones. Futabi, which is, like, the blue, the orange, Pliosaur. Miku. Was it F-Raptor? What was it? F-Raptor that also was it? Wait, Miku wasn't real? Wait, Miku was not a real dinosaur, really? It was okay. It was F-Raptor. Okay, I was like, I think it's F-Raptor. Because I remember, like, I think there were two of them that started with an F. You know, Futabi and F-Raptor. I love how Futabi looks like a koi. It has like the color pattern of a koi on. I like that. Like, that's one of the reasons I love Fossil Fighters so much. Is the designs of the Vivisaurs have so much thought put into them. Like, do you know the reason why it is they gave the Tyrannosaurus the mohawk? Because they said it looked more rock and roll. They wanted it to look more rock and roll. I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. Giving a T-Rex a freaking flaming mohawk. You don't get more metal than that. Oh, so awesome. Oh, Fossil Fighters, you go so hard. Fossil Fighters go so hard and it doesn't have to. I love it. It's like Kirby music. It doesn't need to go nearly as hard as it does, but it goes super hard because it can. Like, it takes. You don't need to go that hard as a challenge, and I respect that. I freaking respect the hell out of that. Least favorite dinosaur was Mihu. Wow. Yeah, I have a vendetta against Mihu. I have a very, very big vendetta against Mihu. Like, you probably weren't around for this, Jays, but it was back when we were still doing the Fossil Fighters, the original Fossil Fighters series, like a year ago, where I was looking for Mihu. It was Mihu, and I think it was Tyrannosaurus Rex. The skulls were the last two Vivisaurs we needed to get completion. I spent... Oh, really? Shanshan wasn't real? Really? Wait, it was like over 14 hours I spent, and this was 14 hours with speed up. Keep in mind, 14 hours with speed up to find Mihu's skull. You know, I would make, like, a trip to, Was it called I think it was Parchment Desert, I think is the name of the place where you got the T-Rex and Mihu back in Fossil Fighters. I would make, like, a trip there every, like, 5 minutes with the speed up. And it just wouldn't appear for me for so long. And I was like, I'm giving up. I give up. And it was just the most painful thing in the world. Just Mihu absolutely sucked to get. And I have been dead against that Vivasaur for a reason. I have been dead against that. Really? Shanshan was just a juvenile Tarbo. Interesting. Fascinating. Most fascinating of stories. Interesting. I like those. Interesting. I like it. I mean, yeah, I just find that how useless Shanshan is. Like, I like how, oh yeah, Shanshan, it's like a glass cannon. No, it's so terrible. It's so terrible as a Vivasaur early on. Like, Spinax is an endgame Vivasaur. Spinax is an endgame Giga Chad. But Shanshan's like, no, it's just terrible. I love it. Can't beat the starter. Can't beat the starter in Spinax. I know so many friends who used to think that Spinax was a Spinosaurus. I'm gonna do a video where I finish the Curious Cleaning class #1 always. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot. Apparently, there is some new information found in Fossil Fighters. Fossil Fighters Champions about locations. Like, this was, like, recently discovered in the last, I think, year or so. Of, like, just new unused content in Champions. I'm like, I want to do the video on that now. Hello there, Sly Cooper. How you doing? I think have you been here before, Sly? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We are shiny racing our friend Shiny Autism, and we are presently getting our butts handed to us in the race because we are behind in overall level. And not overall, not level. We are behind in number of encounters. Sorry, my brain's a potato right now. Granted, my brain is almost always a potato. But how are you doing today? Sly Cooper. That's a game series, right? I have on my account. I have oh, Litsuna, you need to specify if it's you. You need to specify that. You need to specify that. You know I'm bad with names. You know I'm bad with names. Treasure Lake, the cannon, the DLC area though, some IP internet shenanigans. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's like 4 or 5 areas where stuff like that happens, Jays. There's one in the desert where it's a lot easier to get E-Raptor and Siamo. There is one in the underground cave where like there's the island spinal column. There's like a secret area in there. There is, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Yeah, most of them are not used. Most of those areas just it's okay, Litsune. It's okay. There's just so many that are not used, and it's so unfortunate. No, I don't think he said. Okay, makes sense. Plan on Argento being my last resort. Noise. Noise. Yeah, there's someone I actually met a couple of days ago where they're doing something in Champions where it is they are trying to get 125 points on every single fossil. They are trying to get a perfect 100 with a rare fossil on every single Vivasaur fossil in the game. And I'm just thinking, that is insane. Like, that is a crazy idea, and I love it. It's cool, but it's work time, so I gotta work. Okay. Oh, don't forget to leave a subscribe if they haven't done so already, Litsune. Don't forget to leave a subscribe if they haven't. Yeah, I love Fossil Fighters so much. It's a great series. 4-day weekend, nice. I think I heard that if I get all the Vivisaurs, Tanzilla, did I not include it? You go to the best one. Yeah, I don't. That's not true. You cannot revisit the Spinal Pillar. Everything that I saw, and even like from this person that actually like I talked to about like all this new stuff that was just undiscovered until relatively recently. Yeah, no, you can't go back there. Apparently, I mean, I know one of the DLC areas you can go back there, like maybe like an expansion to it. There's that. Okay. Yeah, 2-day weekend is a normal weekend. I mean, until I get a job, basically everything is a weekend for me. So there's that. Make sure. Oh, thank you, Litsune. Thank you, Litsune. But yeah, I'm 90% sure we're gonna lose this race because Shiny is 17 eggs ahead of me, 15 eggs, 17, 18 eggs ahead of me, and my luck is just garbage. You know, I'm not gonna win this race. I know I'm not. Halloween and the day after is New Days off. Wonderful. Always delightful. It is always delightful to have days off. Because, like, I think I have no eggs running right now. I just realized. Oh, I have eggs running. I have eggs running. On purpose. I'll be there. Go. Yeah, I'm waiting for Shiny to get it. Wait, Treasure Lake, Dusty Dunes. Dusty Dunes! That's the name of the desert! I think there's an unused area in the Spinal Pillar. Maybe there's only 3 of them. Maybe there's only 3 unused areas. I know there's a good number of them. And they just never went used because reasons. Oh wait, 19. 19, right? I think. Yeah, this is 19. This is 19. School somehow made those days this year. Never had off before. Weird. That's strange. I mean, don't complain though. Don't complain about getting days off that you never got off before. Always good to have that. Treasure Lake one was. Really, there was the Treasure Lake one. Was that the Tanzilla? Not the Tanzilla. The Salada DLC thing. 'Cause I remember that one. Yeah, that was Salada. I remember. I think that was the Salada event thing. Like, that is one of the things about Fossil Fighters that I love so much, is that there is so much in that game. There is so much that just was in those games that just never got used. It's like, I mean, there was a person I actually was, I just met a couple of days ago that also do Fossil Fighters stuff. And, we were talking and, they were streaming and we were all talking about Fossil Fighters things, and they said something like, what would it take to, get, another Fossil Fighters game or something made. And it was, a lot of it was like, very like, oh yeah, a petition, something like that, like $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, take to get the games. I'm like, that would never happen. The reason why is that you would need like probably like $1 million or so to do it, because you would need to, programmers. You need to hire programmers. Get your back the rights to things is just a headache and a half to get. And that's the unfortunate thing about Fossil Fighters, is that it's a series that I am absolutely confident will never see the light of day ever again, because the copyrights and just like the rights to everything is just held by different companies now. Because that's the reason why Frontier is such a vastly different game to about different to Champions and to regular Fossil Fighters, is that the two companies, I think like Red Entertainment and the other one, they split up and they didn't work together on Champion, on Frontier. because the other one, parted ways. And that came down to, yeah, that completely ruined any chance of things happening because they went to differentiate things, but also rights to things were gone. So, that's always the big thing that, is problematic when it comes to video games, is that collaboration series, if one element of that collaboration series just does not want to do things, then you will not be able to do it. Like, that's one of the reasons why, I think it was, I forget what Mario game it was. People, wanted, Geno, I think was what the name of the character was. Like, they wanted Geno in, Smash, or Geno in, the new Mario games. And people didn't realize that, Square Enix, they basically hold on to, all of their rights in a massively closed fist. They do not let their copyrights go. That's one of the reasons, Cloud being allowed into Smash, and then, Sephiroth being allowed into Smash, these such huge things, was that, they are notorious for not letting other things use their rights. And, and I'm just like, that's, people can, say all they want, but in the end, they still have the control, they have those rights, they have the ability to say, no, we don't want people using it, for whatever reason. And, I mean, it's unfortunate, yeah, because there's all kinds of, really neat things that you could do with those things, but, yeah, it's the copyrights of those things, even though it was in a Mario game, it was made in conjunction with another company, and so they hold a controlling interest in the rights, and if they don't want to do anything with it, they can't, your hands are tied, you can't do anything. That's, the reason why we never got another Pokemon game like XD or Coliseum. Because for a long time, the trademark Shadow Pokemon was actually not owned by the Pokemon Company. So, Pokemon owned the trademark for Pokemon, but they didn't own the trademark for Shadow Pokemon, which is hilarious. Hey, Bionicle Lou and Louie, hey, welcome in. Oh, welcome in. Are you new here, Bionicle? Loved Bionicles. I used to have so many of those things. I love those things. They're awesome. It's a shame that, they stopped making Bionicles because they gradually became less profitable. I will not stop being a nerd, Mudkip. You can't silence me. I will not be silenced, Mudkip. I will not be silenced. You can't silence me. You cannot silence me. 6. So, with that... Night-night. Night-night, night. Have a good night. Rest well. You deserve rest. You deserve the sleep. Working on a third game, fan game, Festival Style, 100, as far as Ganesh, the Brains Aren't Champion. Really? The Ganesh Brains aren't champions? I could have sworn you could have gotten them. I could have sworn you could have gotten the Ganesh Brains. Ganesh. Really? Gunlith, Gunborn, Gunwait. Born. Oh, really? Okay, really? I did not realize that. Interesting. That's fascinating. It's very, very fascinating. Okay. I mean, shows what I know. I mean, I generally know things and stuff about games, but I periodically have misses. I will not count to 1 million, Mudkip. I will not count to 1 million. I will not count to 1 million. 8. But yeah, I'm convinced I'm gonna lose this hunt. I'm going to lose this shiny race. I've already accepted it at this point. I've accepted it. Like that's the thing about doing a shiny race is, yeah, you know in the end you're gonna lose most of the time. You know, I mean, again, my luck is just that bad. I mean, it's a combination of my own bad luck and the trend lately of me not getting any shinies. I mean, says trend of me not getting any shinies when I just got Tyrant like 3 days ago, and then off screen while preparing for the Master Trainers, I got a shiny Drowsy. So like, what am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah. But also, if you guys haven't done so, don't forget to, you know, leave a like and subscribe on the channel for everything like that, and check out our friend Shiny. They are the wonderful collab partner of this Shiny Race series. Something. 1, 2, 3, 1 million. Alright, makes sense, Mudkip. I mean, you see, Mudkip, you're just a god. You're just a god at counting, which is why I'm better. Well, I'm not using Miku or Shan-Chan because they can't. That, I respect that. I can respect that. I just still find it funny that, yeah, pliosaurs, like any of the sea creatures, they're not actually dinosaurs, and none of the pterosaurs. Pterosaurs are not dinosaurs. Yes. Science. Science is fun. Honestly, this sounds like an amazing conversation for, like, a Fossil Fighters stream when we eventually do them again. Not gonna use... Yeah. I don't know, I have, like, mixed feelings on Igno and Friggy. I have mixed feelings on them. Because, like, on the one hand, I do love the idea that, yes, the bad guy team leader used all long necks. Because, like, that's one thing about a lot of games. No, you cannot break my kneecaps, chair. You cannot break my kneecaps. I need them for running. Do not break my kneecaps or I'll break your wheels. Fun fact, I've never broken a bone in my body. I have never broken a bone in my entire life. There were several very close calls where, like, I was in a scenario that likely could have broken one, like falling on my foot from, like, 10 feet up. Just, like, landing on, like, my foot from, like, 10 feet up. Didn't break it. And that's why I drink milk. I drink I drink a lot of milk, but, like, I drink milk every day. And, you know, just to make sure. The thing is, Jay, that's actually a, I guess, like, the right term is, like, a medical condition. Like, there is a medical trend that has been observed where, like, people just have bones that are more dense than, like, normal people's bones. I forget what it's actually called. Like, there's a specific term for it. And I remember this because Roanoke Gaming mentioned it in one of their videos. But it's like, yeah, if you've ever been in a situation where you, like, you know, had something happen and you would have broken a bone in your body normally, and it didn't break, you probably have this. You know, it's just your body makes stronger bones because they're denser. And I don't remember what video it was in. Like, I have to full back in now. Wow. Yeah, I never want to have any of my bones broken. I hope to live a long life of no broken bones. That is my goal. I know there's probably gonna eventually be something where that happens. And didn't break. Okay. Makes sense, yeah. There's... It's things happen that just make no sense sometimes, and I don't know, it's fascinating what happens sometimes with things. It's fascinating. But let's switch topics off of breaking bones and talk about video games. Let's talk about games. So what are you guys currently thinking of the present Let's Play series? You know, what are your thoughts on the Let's Go series, your thoughts on the Splatoon series, and everything like that? Because, like, a lot of you guys don't really, like, comment on stuff Link to the Path. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on it? You know, a lot of the time, like, there's not really as many comments about, like, the series itself, so I always, like to, you know, get to know, like, okay, what are people actually thinking about this? Because, I mean, I'm enjoying them, and I'm wondering what, like, your guys', you know, thoughts on them are. You know, just like just for curiosity's sake. Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this? Because I've been enjoying them. The only thing about A Link to the Past I haven't really been enjoying is anytime you save the game and like leave, it immediately boots you back to any one of like the very, very specific start points. And I'm like, okay, that's, I mean, it makes sense. You know, pre-game is like fairly primitive. That makes sense. But it's kind of annoying that it keeps booting me back. Like I would like to not be just like, I have to go here and I have to go walk all the way back there. Because like, you can't save in dungeons, which, I mean, makes sense. But also if you lose, okay, we have to go back to like the start point. You know, it's don't really like Splatoon, so I haven't watched it. So Let's Go. Glad you've been watching the Let's Go series. I've been enjoying Let's Go. I've been like, Let's Go is like Let's Go is a series like I have like mixed things on, because on the one hand, I do like Let's Go. I will die on the hill of saying I think Let's Go is the best representation of Kanto that exists. I will die on that hill. A lot of that stems from because I just don't have a high opinion of the original Kanto games, and the fact that the games actually do work mechanically as intended is a big point in favor of them. I can understand why people don't like them. They are very, very easy, but they're actually not the easiest Pokemon games. In fact, the original games are actually far easier than them, because we've numerically proven that the original games were even easier in a numerical sense, purely down to numbers. In a previous series we did. Highly recommend that. One sec. Sorry about that. My dog just thought that there was a person walking by outside with their dog, and Luna kind of freaked out about it. Who's back because the Pokemon was like, hey, Galactic! I like Frigg best because it's possible to... Well, I mean, you can Nuzlocke any of the games, but even then, Fire Red Leaf Green is actually still easier than Let's Go, because Fire Red Leaf Green still had the badge boosts. When a new game comes out, I Nuzlocke it. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I'm not a big Nuzlocke guy. I don't know. I mean, I think it stems heavily from I play a lot of competitive, and you know, like that my itch of like hard Pokemon challenge is like scratched by that. Because I don't really think Nuzlocks are, I mean, controversial opinion, but I don't really think Nuzlocks are hard. Main reason for that is that the AI is very stupid, and that a lot of, you know, things people do in Nuzlocke tend to be just like circumvent the AI by, you know, basically tricking them from something. Like, you know, when people say that, like, oh yeah, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is so easy because you can trick Necrozma into attacking a Zoroark in disguise as Illusion with a Salazzle, or something like that, that's a poison type or fighting type. Like, I think that's an invalid criticism, because you're deliberately exploiting a game's programming in an objectively difficult fight to say, well, you're deliberately making the game do something that will not work, that will never be able to affect you, rather than actually phasing out. You're basically circumventing its entire thing, which I think completely takes away from it. But to train Let's Go, you need... Yeah, Let's Go is annoying. Yeah, like, that's why, like, Let's Go is a legitimately... Like, that's why, like, Let's Go is legitimately the hardest game to Nuzlocke, because you can't train. You cannot train in Let's Go. it's sort of like Kaizo Ironmon in that respect. Like, Let's Go Nuzlocke was basically Kaizo Ironmon before Kaizo Ironmon existed. Yeah, my Lucky's fine too, like that. Like, you can't really... The other thing is that Ultra Necrozma has an Omni boost. It has a one-stage boost to everything else. Is it one? Yeah, no, it has a one-stage boost to literally every single one of its stats. So, like, you can't really deal with it unless you land, like, a really, really strong crit. In order, like, to deal with it. Which is, like, it... Exploiting the game's intelligence loop to beat something and say it's easy is you are deliberately forcing the game into an unwinnable situation for it by exploiting the way it is programmed. That isn't a game being hard or easy. That is you knowing how to exploit the game. And that's part of the reason I don't really do Nuzlocke things, is that I'm at a point in you know, my... I mean, I've been at this point for a while, in, like, just Pokemon knowledge, where I know how moves work, I know, like, how the base stats of things are, that Nuzlocking doesn't really provide a challenge, because I can pretty much tell you, yeah, this is how the fight is going to go, because I know it's going to do this, it's going to go for this move, this is the move it's going to use, it does this first, this first, this first, and then I will do this. If it doesn't work, it'll keep doing it over and over and over again. And if you can just trap the game in that loop, it just stops. Like, that's one way that you can beat Morty very, very easily in Heart Gold. It's either Heart Gold or it was in Gold and Silver, where he will go for Hypnosis Dream Eater. If you just keep switching out between, okay, he's going to go for Dream Eater on this Pokemon, switch it out to your Pokemon that is awake while Dream Eater fails. Then he's going to go for Hypnosis. Okay, switch back to your Pokemon that's asleep, Hypnosis fails. And just keep doing that over and over and over again. It completely stalls him out. Are you new here? Well, go on. But do not do that language. Do not do that language. Fourth Pokemon game I ever played, so it didn't EV train. Wasn't even a crit, just normal crunch. Yeah, it would not take it down because the thing has just so much defensive stats. But yeah, taking that thing down in a single hit with a crunch that wasn't a crit, that is physically impossible to do, because it's dealing with a one-stage boost with stats, and that is impossible to actually be able to do that. But that's one of the reasons, like, I don't really Nuzlocke things. That is not possible. That is not possible for it to be a one-shot if it did not critical hit. Mathematically, against Ultra Necrozma, that is impossible. The reason why is that Necrozma has a one-stage boost to all of its stats, making it so it will basically survive any hit. Unless it is from a critical hit or something that's specifically meant to bypass it. Even then, that's still 70. That's still a lot of damage. You know, that's still a lot of damage for it to do. That's still a lot of damage to do. I don't think mathematically that damage would work out, even from a level... Unless it was one like a choice band or something like that, that would do that much damage, and it was a very, very high roll and had a very, very low defense. I don't think that would be possible. I don't think that would be possible. We might play Pokemon Unite later, so feel free to like and subscribe when we do some Pokemon Unite stuff. You'll get the Dark Glasses. I don't think that mathematically would work out. I don't think mathematically that works out. I don't think mathematically that would work out. Just like, I mean, it would need to be a very, 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 very high roll. It would need to be like the maximum number of roll with a minimum defense on the Necrozma, but even then, it still has a +1. It's still at +1 defense. So like, I mean, it might work. It might happen. Yeah, I guess it could work. I just don't see it being able to, because there's like the sheer defense it has. Because it's a +1. Yeah, we occasionally do some Unite stuff. We occasionally do some stuff on Unite. Opens up the box. All right, let's I'm still prepared to lose this shiny hunt, the shiny race. I'm still ready to lose. I think I probably hatched all my eggs. Yeah, I hatched all the eggs up here. Go put these here. Right, multi-purpose. I wish there was a way to default set multi-purpose as your default when you open this. I wish that was possible, but it makes sense why they don't have it. So you can check the summary of things. It makes sense why they don't have that. But it would just be nice. But yeah, I mean, maybe that'll happen. Maybe that'll happen in future games. So, I mean, I remember in the GameCube games, if you just press like select or start, it just makes it so it automatically goes to multi-purpose, which is great. There's a lot of like good things like that. And adamant, just check. Okay. I mean, I guess it. I mean, are you sure it wasn't a critical hit? Because I'm fairly certain that a critical hit would work. A critical hit would make sense. But I don't think a non-crit would do that just because Muck doesn't have that high of an offensive stats. I don't know. I mean, I check. Let me check that. Let me check the showdown damage calculator. Showdown calculator. Also got to tick up the counter by 1. Oh. To counter by that. Let's see. So Muck, Alolan, blank, Adamant, against Necrozma. Oh, 9. Necrozma Ultra. Blank set. Defense +1. Crunch. I want to run this damage calc. I want to see the damage calc. And level 65. Yeah, there is no way that it would do that. There is no way it would do that much damage. I mean, unless it's what? 0 with a minus of nature? Yeah, there is no way it would do that much. At most, even if it's maximum EVs, it would only deal... Let's see, black glasses. At maximum, it would deal 81.4 damage, but that's only with a maxed out physical EVs, which you would not be able to have. Because you need to max out EVs as well as maxed out IVs, which I know would not be possible. I mean, it might, and there's a slim chance it could happen, but I mean, there would need to be a lot of attacking EVs in that thing to make that possible, as well. That's what I mean, is like no EV training. It wouldn't be possible. You know, without EV investment, it wouldn't be able to do that, even if it's like 100. Yeah, even at 100 EVs, just assuming like just natural accumulation, it would only get up to 70 HP. So it would... And that's assuming an absolutely minimum defense Necrozma of negative defensive nature and 0 IVs. I think you might have gotten a crit on it. You know, you might have gotten a crit with that Muck and just not realized it. Because even with Adamant Black Glasses, it only deals around 70 at most. I mean, although the percentages could have been a little bit off. Like, you know, the Primarina could have done more damage, and just, you know, about 3/4 is where it looked at, even if it was more like, you know, took out like a third left. It's possible. Yeah, the crit is Occam's Razor, I think is what it is. I think it was more likely a critical hit than anything. Because depending on how long the Muck was on your team, it would gain an affection boost. And after its affection gets to a certain point, it gets an increase, like I think like a double crit rate. And I think that makes me more lucky. I looked at it, wait for a second, and yeah, that might have been a crit. That might have been a critical hit from the muck. Because a crit would mean it bypasses a defense, and outside of the absolute minimum defensive case of the crossbow, yeah, no, if it's like neutral defense, it's dealing barely 50% at like anything. Yeah, it was probably a critical hit boost from that. Likely is what it went from. Like, I like the idea of the affection mechanics, where, like, your Pokemon will, like, survive hits, they will deal a little more damage. I do like that idea of the system. You know, like, the holding on from HP. I do like that idea. I just... Oh, thank you, Blubs. Thank you, Blubs. Tell him I know he's gonna win. Tell him that I know he's going to win. Because I mean, I'm pretty far behind in terms of number of encounters, and he's just overall much more efficient with hatching eggs than I am. So I mean, I know that I'm gonna lose. I have already accepted that at this point. I mean, because my luck has also just been terrible. I've accepted it at this point. That. Okay. But also, don't forget to, leave a like and subscribe, as well as everyone from my side. Go click that little blue link in the title to send some love to Shiny. Or, Salmon Run is a Crod Green, @ rare weapon. Yeah, I know. I've been playing a lot, Mudkip. You missed earlier. I was talking about playing Salmon Run earlier. The Grisco Blaster is so good. I love it. It's so good. I got the Grisco Blaster for one Kozahuna fight, and I was just like right next to just rapid Grisco Blastering that thing like the entire fight. It's ridiculous how good it is. Like, I see what you mean about the Grisco Blaster's range being absolutely potato, but I think, like, that is a very valid nerf and handicap to have on the Grisco Blaster to keep it from just dominating. Yeah, like, if you had a range comparable to, like, the Rapid Blaster Pro or something, like a regular blaster, that would be the most overpowered thing in Salmon Run. And, I mean, I know that that's kind of like the point of the Grisco weapons in Salmon Run, that they're meant to be absurd, but when it's something like, yeah, you can just use this thing, and you just keep, like, out of range of literally everything, and just everything into oblivion, you know, that's... You become utterly unstoppable, especially against Kozahuna. Like, you're not able to stop this thing. Like, well, they're not able to stop you, and you're able to just utterly do out such absurd stopping power. I mean, it's annoying, but, like, it makes sense that they did that. Yeah, sure, we can do some Salmon Run later, Mudkip. I mean, I already got a gold, what's it, a gold, gold scale, that's what it is. I was trying to remember what the thing was called. Gold scale, today already from Kozahuna. I've had, I think, 2 Kozahuna wins today in, like, 3 hours. It's so good. Like, the only thing, though, like, funny, installment of Salmon Run I had earlier this morning was I was playing, I was playing Salmon Run, and because the weapons are all randomized today, 2 of the people, me and one other person, both got the Hydra Splatling at the same time, in the same wave, and we still lost. Because all of the bosses that we had were not able to be hit by the Hydra. What I mean by that is, it was things like Flyfish. It was, I mean, you can obviously hit the stingers with the Hydra, but you're not nearly as effective as, like, a Steel Eel or a, Big Shot. Because it was just all flyfish, stingers, maws, flip-floppers, and the other person did not know. You just shoot the flip-flopper, you don't ink the ground. Oh, good, Rainmaker's back. Okay, Rainmaker's fun. We might do another Splatoon stream later tonight, then. That is dependent on my ability to record later today, but I would love that. Oh, crap, I thought I was slipping 4 Dynamo during a Goldie. Oh, my gosh, don't even put... That's too good, Mudkip. That's too fun. Like, I even noticed. So many people don't know you can just hide and camp on the wall during Goldie Flies. No one camps on the walls during Goldie Fly waves. And I'm like, how do you people not know how to camp on Goldie Flies? It's the easiest thing in the world. How do you not camp during Goldie Flies? And I've lost so many waves because people don't know how to camp during Goldie Flies. It's like, really? It's the easiest thing in the world. It's such a joke. I mean, granted, a lot of the time we don't get good guns for it. Remember your first ever Team 6. Nope. I don't. I mean for this game or like for Pokemon game ever, because if it's first ever, nope, I don't. If it is for this game, I do know that. That is Rillaboom, Dreadnought, Corviknight, Duraludon, Dragapult, and Frostmoth. Oh, no. No. See, that is why I compulsively save. Like, every couple of minutes, every, like, 30 minutes, I save a game. Because I compulsively want to make sure that, okay, I don't want anything to be lost. Now, that often comes clashing with, needing to record, where I oftentimes need to double-check my my recording. Like, okay, make sure, okay, is everything recorded? Everything sound good? Beam Shiny Hunter couldn't be me. Yep, I mean, I can't imagine Mudkip as a Shiny Hunter. Mudkip just effortlessly gets everything. Because, because Shiny Hunting is a skill issue when you don't get Shinies. And Mudkip has no skill issues. Because Mudkip is just that good. Oh, no. I hope if you go back, it'll still be there. I mean, it won't be there, but, like... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, randomly generated. Yeah, that I thought it was the case. That sucks. Like... A moment of silence for the game crash. Like, that is my biggest fear. Like, that is my biggest fear when it comes to just any of the Let's Plays, is, like, and, like, 100%ing things, is game randomly crashing. Because I told you guys a story about Legends, right? About how I did, I think it was, like, 10 hours of dex completing in Legends a couple of months ago. This was back, like, this was when I came back from college for a week to play it. And I, did a whole bunch of dex completion for like 10 hours. My game crashed, and I lost all that time of completion time. And I was just like, really? Really, game? And it really almost just broke me. And it's one of the reasons why, like, now I have autosave on most of my games. I have, like, I save every couple of minutes. And, like, big ups, I save immediately. Like, the worst part is, though, needing to reconcile that alongside I need to record these things, make sure the audio is good before I do anything. That's why I wanted to record, like, in little segments, like, okay, like, 5 minutes thing, save. But I don't do that anymore. I used to do that. Yeah, it's a scale issue. It's a skill issue. It's very much a skill issue, Mudkip. And that's why I don't get shinies, because I don't have any skills. I have no skill. It is a very much skill issue, because I'm going to lose this shiny race. Because I suck. Because I suck at shiny hunting. I mean, I'm the chucklehead idiot that has gone over quadruple odds on shiny Ho-Oh and not getting it. You know, if that doesn't scream skill issue, I don't know what does. If that doesn't scream skill issue, I have no clue what doesn't scream skill issue. Except in the case of Alan, where he's like over 7 times odds on shiny Mewtwo, that's just the game. That's just bad RNG. That's not skill issue. That's Mewtwo being a shoe. Mewtwo. Mewtwo, the shoe too. Yeah, it's a shoe. Mewtwo is a shoe. Yep. I plan on I'm gonna lose this shiny race. Yeah, he is. I'm at what, like 63? Yeah, he is at this point almost 20. He's 20 encounters over me. I don't use cheating software, Mudkip. That is, I fundamentally, I get you're joking, but like, I have issues with cheating software. Like that is a very, very big thing that will instantly get me hostile. Yeah, I know you're joking, but like that is like one thing I don't joke about a lot, because at a lot of competitive events, people gen their Pokemon when they go there to prepare things that they don't actually legitimately raise them, and that makes my blood boil. I'm like, if you hack your Pokemon into existence for competitive things, you are absolute scum, and you should just be kicked in the gonads. Like, you are absolute scum. Cause like the one thing that I know people do in defense of them is, well, yeah, but the Pokemon mechanically play the exact same. Yeah, they do. But the difference comes in preparation time. You know, you have to remember, how long does it take to, go breed the Pokemon, legitimately get the thing together, train it, do all those things behind the scenes. That leaves the person who hacks and gens, they can just do it in an instant. If it takes, like, a couple extra minutes, even if it's, like, at 2 hours to ready one Pokemon, which it's more than 2 hours, considering all the back time. A day or so, to ready a whole team. That is an entire extra day that, the genning person has to refine their team, because they can make a minor adjustment like that. But the people who, like, legitimately prepare their teams, they don't have the ability to just, retool in a second. They need to be much more sure, and if things, go and change that, well, then they can't really change their plans, and they can't really go and fix things. And honestly, I'm like, really? You are defending people who are hacking and genning. It's, it's like saying, well, yeah, people can use steroids, you get just as strong with them as without, it just saves time. It's like, that is the most toxic justification for allowing people to cheat. And I'm like, no. Hit every fossil except for the Enderock head and Smilo 100. Other than the E-Raptor and Argento, only have heads because they don't have any of the parts for them. Wait. We're getting raided by Lyronium. Hey, Lyronium, how are you doing? Welcome in, Kyle B. Welcome in, Lyronium. How are you doing? The one who plays. Absolutely epic name right there. Love it. How are you guys doing? What were you streaming over on your end, Lyronium? How's everything going? But welcome in, Raiders. Hello everyone, my name is MetaMaxus. We are doing a little bit of a shiny race with our friend Shiny. Link to his channel in the little blue taggy thing to click on. Funny thing is, we actually we're somewhat getting ready to go on a raid ourselves in a few minutes. So there you go. But Mudkip, grab Lyronium's link. But what were you streaming, Lyronium? I'm good, a bit tired. Did some Mario. Paper Mario. Which Paper Mario? Oregon King, Super Paper Mario, Original Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. I've never played a Paper Mario game, but I know of them. If you guys haven't done so, please don't. Yeah, they're home now. Luna, Luna, they're home now. Yes, I know they're home. My dog's very excited because my mom and my brother are home. Up at Mercy for noise. I have a dog. She's very excited that they're back. She's very excited. But if you guys haven't done so, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We're actually going to be ending off in a little bit, actually, because we've been doing for about 2 hours, and we can only do about 2 hours. But yeah, welcome in, guys. Oh, things, show dog. Well, she is a show dog. She actually is a show dog, amusingly. Well, she was. She doesn't show anymore. Yeah, so I don't want to head out to bed. Go get some rest, Lyronium. Get some rest. Sleep. Sleep, Lyronium. It's big. Sorry, getting a voice call for this. Okay.
Okay, Matt has joined the call.
Yep.
Hello, Matt and Axis. I got something terrible to tell you.
What?
I got this shiny on 289 eggs.
I knew you were gonna win. I told you were gonna win. I knew you were going to win.
Wow, just at the end of the stream as well. Jesus.
I mean, it happens. I mean, I knew I was gonna lose. Like, my shiny luck lately has been absolutely garbage.
Like, do you want to crack on with this raid then?
Yeah, let's go on the raid. Also, I love the phrase "crack on." I love that phrase.
Yeah, it's a good phrase. All right, guys, we're gonna. Let me quick. Hold on. I'll send you a link.
All right. All right. I mean, how funny would it be if, oh yeah, I get the shiny, right, like right here, in a lower egg encounter thing? But I know it's not gonna happen because my luck is crap.
I know. Imagine.
But yeah,
We're gonna raid. Oh, let's raid Razzie. He's live. I love Razzie.
What are they doing?
His birthday stream. It's his birthday.
Oh, nice. Okay. Let's go raid Razzie. Let's raid Razzie.
Okay, guys, we're gonna raid Razzie. I'll see you over in Razzie's stream. Thank you for an amazing stream. We actually got the shiny today.
What are we gonna do for like the raid tag thing? Was do like, yo, meta shiny raid?
Meta and shiny water.
Okay, meta max shiny.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, everyone on my end. I'll show the dog in a later stream, Mudkip. I will show the dog in a later stream, okay?
Yeah.
I promise you, you will see the Fluffo. Alright, thank you. Okay, I will, meta shiny. Okay. Alright, see you guys there.
Alright.
Maxis. And shiny. There we go. Alright, see you guys then. Wrong thing. Oops. That's the money sign, not the and sign. I'm an idiot.
I'm waiting for people to drop it. I haven't seen anyone. Oh, is it gonna be like yesterday's stream? No, raid. Oh, he's ending. Oh, okay, he's not. I just got trolled. Why is no one over there?
Yeah, I'm glad that like that. Okay, so I'm glad it was just like the link just might have messed up. Is all it was. Like, I'm glad that that's what it was, because we've had a lot of fake raids in the past, and I was like, please tell me that the same thing isn't happening again. It was a big worry. All right, there we go. See you guys.
I think I put the wrong link on pretty sure.
So that's yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my god. I actually still can't believe we got the shiny at the end of the stream there.
Yeah. See you guys next time. And